Hi, everyone. Believe it or not, we are in the final stages of 2013. And if you want to succeed next year, there's some key things that you're going to need to understand. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about the main problems and solutions that you will need to understand to succeed in 2014. Jim Rohn once said something very powerful about success. He said, "Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying the basic fundamentals." Did you catch that? Don't miss this part where he says, "Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying the basic fundamentals." If you apply the basic fundamentals, success is a natural consequence. It's pretty deep if you really understand what he's saying there. Well, I want to make sure that you understand this other little known truth that expands on this concept. And that's this: there aren't just fundamental solutions, there are fundamental challenges that all businesses experience. I began thinking about these challenges as I began consulting with various businesses, and it didn't take long for me to notice that there are very similar challenges that any and every business faces, no matter what product or service they sell. And I also began to believe that successful businesses in any arena are successful because they've overcome these challenges. Now, you might think this kind of thinking can't possibly be true. You might think, oh, that sounds too simplistic. You also might think that I might not really understand your business or your situation. But think about this. What do they call the key training that every soldier goes through? They call it basic training. And what basic training does is it presents the same key problems and their common solutions to every single new recruit that joins the Army. According to Wikipedia, basic training is divided into two parts: basic combat training and advanced individual training. Basic combat training consists of the first 10 weeks of the total basic training period. And it's identical for all Army, Army Reserve, Army National Guard recruits. Every single one of them goes through this. What happens during this time? This is where individuals learn about the fundamentals of being a soldier, from combat techniques to the proper way to address a superior. That's all that happens during this phase. Then they move on to advanced individual training. And this phase consists of the remainder of the total basic training period, and this is where recruits train in specifics of their chosen field. The thing that I want you to understand is that the complexity of warfare can be broken down to common problems and common solutions. Understanding and mastering these common problems and solutions is the key to winning the battle. That's why every single soldier must go through basic training. But you must realize this isn't just true when it comes to warfare. It's true in other areas of life. When I took martial arts, there were important things that you had to learn at the beginning of your training. And these important things weren't just things that you learned once and never talked about again. They were things that you practiced at the beginning of every single class. What were those things? They were the basics. They were the common attacks or problems and the common defenses or solutions that you could use in any situation. And even the most advanced move that I ever learned in martial arts, all the way up to getting a black belt, the most advanced move was really a combination of the basics. Let's look at one more example. This is also true of football. Every football player must learn the basics. Every single practice, they focus on the basics. They learn the common offense and common defense plays over and over so that when they're in the game, they can execute them. When they're in the game, they never are overwhelmed by everything that's coming at them. They can stick to the basics. And the thing I want you to understand is that in just about every basic arena in life, in every field in life, there are common problems and solutions. And that means that the business realm is no different. You might feel like your problems in business are unique to you, but the reality is that they're really not. And what I'm telling you is if you can discover what these basic fundamental challenges are and learn the basic fundamental solutions to those challenges, you'll be on the road to success. If you begin to apply those basic solutions to those basic challenges, success will become a natural consequence. That also means that if you don't discover these fundamentals, then success will continue to elude you. You understand what I'm saying? The key to experiencing success in 2014 is dependent on your understanding the fundamental challenges and implementing the common solutions to those challenges. When you do that, success will become a natural consequence that you'll experience in the new year. The good news is that these fundamentals are not numerous or complex. There are only 9 challenges that you must understand and overcome. And what I want to do is I want to show you what those challenges are. I would say there are only 9 challenges that you must understand and overcome. Not 99, not even 29, just 9. I want you to stay tuned because I'll share the first common challenge that every successful business must overcome tomorrow. Until then, why don't you leave a comment? Why don't you share any other areas of life that you can think of that have common problems and common solutions. Till then, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.